Let's start with one of the main reasons I think the FIRE movement got so popular in recent decades. It is the meaninglessness of a lot of modern jobs. You see, I am the last person that will glorify some distant past where wars were frequent and people died from tooth infection. However, the recent labor situation has gotten so ridiculously detached from what we have evolved as species that it is no wonder that people are getting frustrated. Homo sapiens was evolved for working with its body, moving a lot in nature and under the sun, chasing animals, picking berries, chopping wood, exploring the next valley, etc., etc. And now, people are forced to sit in an air-conditioned concrete cell within a concrete jungle, staring at a box for 8 to 10 hours, creating or working on things they can't touch for bosses that might not even live in the same continent as them. People are so detached from a lot of the things they work on that they're willing to do anything to escape. And it is understandable. A notable economist, more famous with starting a movement that later killed 100 million people, Karl Marx, developed the idea of the alienation of labor. And while I am as anti-communist as it gets, the idea is actually very true. So, what is it? Imagine you're working at a donut factory. You're standing at a conveyor belt, putting jelly into donut holes for hours and hours. You don't get to design the donuts, choose the flavors, or decide how many to make. All you do is put jelly in donut holes. Or let's say you're writing computer code for a huge corporation. You are a specialist in writing an exact piece of code for a specific task. And that's what you do. You don't know the servers where the code lives. You don't know whether the people using the product you are building are satisfied, and you never even get to see them. According to Karl Marx, this kind of work is alienated labor. It's alienated because you don't feel like you're putting your creativity or personality into your work. You're just doing a repetitive task that doesn't make you feel like you're being yourself. Marx thought that alienated labor was a big problem because it made people feel disconnected from their work and their lives. He believed that it led to poverty, inequality, and social unrest. Now, let's put this into simple terms. Imagine you're building a dog's house as a project for your neighbor's dog. You're using your imagination, creativity, and skill to create something both useful and beautiful. You feel connected to your work because you're putting your own unique stamp on it. This is the opposite of alienated labor. It's work that makes you feel good about yourself and feel like you're making a difference in the world. To give a real-life example, I literally had a friend who worked for a research corporation and he created PDFs that were basically presentations for specific problems. He sent those PDFs to an email and that was it. That was his job. Then the company sent them to their clients, and he later found out from other people that the clients hardly glance over these PDFs for a minute while they are in the subway on their way home. He was literally putting sometimes up to a week into them. This was so crushing to him, and he literally told me he preferred to stack boxes with tomatoes all day long because at least at the end of the day, he could see the results of his labor. This video is part of my complete guide I did on how to achieve financial independence, retire early, and all the investment, psychological, and social aspects you need to consider. To find out what the full strategy is, click on the video that has just appeared on your screen.